Hi, my friends. Today I'm going to make that melted cabbage everybody's making. You can see how pretty simple it's going to be. A couple things. I made this little resolution to myself that I was no longer going to eat out by myself because it's like cheap dopamine. I heard this fantastic, neuroscientist on Jay Sheedy on purpose on his podcast. I'm not doing cheap dopamine and just taking myself to dinner when I'm in not a good mood or by myself. And I'm really doing a lot to get back to recipes for survival and cook at home. So with this melted cabbage, you're going to just cut the cabbage into wedges. You cut the core out, right? And then in a cast iron, or I don't know what this is, but it's my favorite pan, it's going to go in the oven. I'm going to get that up on, good temperature and coat that with some oil and salt of the earth. I have a new blend called Fire and Ice. Of course, I haven't taken a picture of it or gotten it in a bottle, but anybody can have it. I'll get it to you. $8 includes shipping. I hope. Who knows how much shipping is nowadays in the regular mail. So, look, this is what I'm going to do. Just from having watched everything else online. And then I will make a broth with a vegetable bouillon cube that I have. I'll show you. That's just boiling water. And I'll probably do that off camera. And then I'll get it in the oven. Probably, I don't know, we'll see, 30 minutes? That I didn't pay attention to. But what I did pay attention to was the, dressing and sauce that they put on it. Now, I have this beautiful dressing I made for a dinner party recently. I'm going to use that, but I'm also craving tahini. So I'm going to add some tahini to that dressing. And that's it. I'm going to let this... Let's see if you can see on it. Yeah, that's sort of perfect. And then I'll give this like 4 or 5 minutes on each side to sear it. And then turn them over another 4 or 5 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to bring some water to a boil and get some bouillon to put in here and then get it in. I'm going to do a 375 degree oven. So we'll be right back with you. Thanks if anybody's joining me for melted cabbage on a freezing cold day. Okay, my friends. So I'm back and I've got the bouillon, and I actually put a little dried chili pepper that I have in there. And I turned them over. Smells great in here. I think it's doing its thing. I'm going to pour the broth over and get it in the oven. I didn't really read how much broth to put in. I think I made about 2 cups. And I'm going to put a top on it in the oven. You can see they really go together well. A real set here. I'll make the dressing when we come back. I had this very basic vinaigrette that I had, but I had a craving for some tahini. I've put in a good heaping tablespoon of the tahini, and that's going to really thicken up this dressing. I'm now going to add some balsamic. That works. Then the wackiest thing of all is I have this jar of quince jam. I'm putting some of this in. So, honey, some maple syrup, maybe apricot jam. I don't even know how it's going to taste, but I'm doing it, and that's it. I think that's going to be my dressing. We'll taste it in a second. And as I mentioned, I definitely put, oh my God. That's a delicacy if you ask me. I have made quince jam before. Oh, you know what? Paprika. Definitely paprika in here. It's going to be good. Right. So if anybody has any questions, I'm making melted cabbage. I did like 8 wedges, seared it in a pan with olive oil and some salt of the earth. Seared it on both sides, about 4 minutes each side. Made a bouillon with some chili peppers in it, very light. And then put it in the oven at 375, and now we're making the little sauce that's going to go over it. That's very good. Let's look at the cabbage. It's probably been in the oven about 10 minutes. Shake it around a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, nice. It's fantastic already. I'm going to put the dressing on, some of it, and put it in the oven for another 5 minutes or so without the top on. Oh my God, this is killer. I don't know if this will be the perfect dish for a first date, but it's certainly good if you want to just eat at home and care for yourself. I'm totally into it. I'm going to put this in the oven and then come back and plate it up. Thank you. Hi, my friends. You've got to see how beautiful this looks right out of the oven. How great is that? It's screaming hot, so of course, please have very good oven mitts. So you can see I'm using this spoon to dish it out. Oh, I'm so excited. I love recipes for survival and hope you do too. If you have any questions, please check out recipesforsurvival.com. Oh my God, I'm starving. I finished my red wine last night. So, oh, actually, I have a good white wine in the house. I'll have some of that right now. Finish that off. That's like a sip or two. Let's see how it came out. I'm sure it's screaming hot. That's good. Definitely a little bit of rice with fresh scallions or a toasted baguette. And even this works. I'm going to take a poll here. Does anybody see nuclear winter, which is, in my mind, the opposite side of the same coin as global warming? I'm so curious. Who else might have thoughts on that? Much love, and we'll speak to you soon. And I hope you see this in a number of different platforms. Thanks for joining me for Recipes for Survival.